Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate. I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today we are taking a look at all 248 screenshots I took throughout the the sixth generation of my I'm a Lover challenge. So, yeah. Don't know how well you know me with these slideshows, but I actually will label all of my pictures, all my screenshots, and I keep them on my laptop. And that is one of the most irritatingly time-consuming things I do that I have ever done, and I just feel like it just keeps getting worse. Like, it used to be like a relatively, I don't want to say quick, but like a smooth process when I used to do it on my old laptop, and it is still faster to sort them on my current laptop, which I've had for a few years now. But it still, for whatever reason, takes longer. Like, the images like to basically unrender when I'm like halfway through scrolling. So like I will open up, like I put all the photos on a big USB drive. I plug in the thumb drive. I let all the pictures load up. And then once they're all loaded, then I start going through trying to sort them. And it like does this whole thing where it will like all the pictures that have loaded up will unload, and like I can't see what they are anymore, which really irritates me because then it makes the whole process take 10 times longer because now I have to wait for the pictures to all reload. Anyways, I'm also still recovering from being sick, so I do apologize for kind of the raspy voice, constant throat clearing. I am very sorry about that. But I guess we should actually talk about the pictures. So this here is our heir. This is Bruce. Yes, he's named after Bruce Wayne. That's Bruce and his wife, Diana. Yes, she's named after Wonder Woman. I don't even know. The woman that we had a bunch of pictures with, who had like the black braids and was seen getting married to the blonde. So that is Bruce's older sister, Darcy. Bruce's childhood was kind of traumatic. He is the youngest of 5 kids. His oldest brother died early, like had moved out, had 2 kids, and then like shortly after his second child was born, he died from being attacked by like an angry rabbit or chicken or something, like an angry animal. That was Helia, was his oldest brother. Then there was Naboo, who actually lived a long, happy life. Then there were the twins. We had twin girls, Daphne and Darcy. And unfortunately, one of the generation rules was that one of our children would have to die. I think it was before my sim aged up into an adult, like my heir. So Daphne ended up freezing to death while outside working on her cheer routine, which I will be 100% honest with you, is not how I intended for her to die, which sounds awful. My original plan was that she would drown, because the previous generation Sims, Bruce's siblings, Bruce's mom, Bloom, Bruce's dad, Sky, were all named after Winx Club. Like, this challenge brings out the embarrassing geeky nerd of me, and like, I grew up watching Winx Club. I love the first like 2 seasons, like the original show, before it just kind of kept, like, I felt like the longer it went on, and granted, it's a kid's show, okay? But the longer it went on, I felt like the more ridiculous it got, and I'd lost interest. But Bruce's mom is Bloom. Because I am a Bloom fan. I always thought she was really cool. Like, and being older, I can see, like, I feel so stupid talking about this. I could see where people come from when they say, like, Bloom gets a lot of the attention and a lot of it's all about Bloom, but at the same time, Bloom is technically the main character of the show. So, like, what do you expect? I don't know. And then, like, Sky is kind of toxic at times. Not as toxic as some of the other characters, okay? But he gets kind of toxic at times, which, again, I'm mature enough to realize, but I also like to live in my state of oblivion and pretend, and I'm like, nah, they're good. So that is who Bruce's parents were named after, and then that is who Bruce's siblings were all named after, were characters from the show. Because Bloom growing up had had a group of friends, and they were all inspired by the other Winx Club members, but weren't named after the Winx Club members. However, I ended up matching all of them up eventually, and then Sky had a group of friends, and, like, they all got partnered up with someone when they all got older, and then their kids were named after Winx Club members, and so, yeah, like Darcy, who I was talking about earlier, the girl with the black braids, who married the blonde lady. The blonde woman was named Stella for Bloom's best friend. Like, Helia married a sim named Flora. Naboo married a sim named Aisha. And then Daphne died, so Daphne didn't marry anybody, but in the show, Daphne is like has like ties to being like a water nymph type thing, and I was like, how ironic would it be if, like, she drowned? She didn't drown, she froze. But anyways, yeah, Darcy's the one right there behind. I'm literally pointing at the screen. Oh, and that's Bruce's brother, Naboo. The blonde is Bruce's brother, Naboo. The girl in purple is Bruce's sister, Darcy. And Bruce had to live with an older sibling, technically until he was an adult. And then, like, then Darcy would, like, go out on her own and find love and all this. Well, I did move that up a bit. Like, I didn't wait until Bruce was an adult. I waited until Darcy was an adult, got Darcy married. Darcy ended up having a daughter named Stormy. Darcy married Stella. Stella died. So we have Bruce. Bruce and his wife, Diana, because I am a very strong believer that Batman and Wonder Woman is the best pair, okay? And you can't tell me otherwise. So I actually found a sim off the gallery who's supposed to look like Gal Gadot, which is kind of funny because I can't stand Ben Affleck as Batman. This video, by the way, if you cannot already tell, all over the place, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're lost. But I don't like Ben Affleck, like, can't stand him, to be honest. But I loved Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, so I don't know. Anyways, so they're towards the end. They have now started labor for their first child. They end up having 2 kids. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a warning here. We have the birth coming up, and, like, it's all censored. It's all pixelated, but I do feel kind of awkward taking pictures when my Sims are woohooing or when they're giving birth, because those are, like, really vulnerable moments, and I'm like, but at the same time I get so excited that I'm like, yay, here comes the baby. Yeah, so Bruce was he's still alive, but is a freelance programmer, and Diana was a conservationist, and since what's it called? Growing Together. I kept wanting to say Get Together. I'm like, that's not right. That's the club pack. Ever since Growing Together came out, like, there's like all these job events, I guess you could say, that can happen. It's like workplace rivalries, your Sims can face burnout. I agree on that one. There's layoff possibilities, all this stuff. Well, I finally had a Sim get laid off. I was Diana. I had forgotten, honestly, that there was a looming layoff, and I kept forgetting to send her to work and work hard. And so she wasn't working hard, and so she got laid off, which was really unfortunate. Oh wait, here's the birth of our first child. Exciting, exciting times. This is Richard. No, it's not. I'm sorry. This is not Richard. No, this is Alfred. Yes, named after Alfred Pennyworth, which is Bruce Wayne's butler. I did think it was kind of sweet how, for this generation, like, Bruce adored kids and very family oriented, very, family fueled. His aspiration was to have, like, a big happy family or something like that. He was always getting the lifetime, or the little whim pop up that he wanted a child. Like, even now, as an elder in my game, he's constantly wanting children. Constantly getting the wish to have a child. Which I think is funny. Like, I think... Again, sorry. I think, like... I don't know, I'm such, like, a Batman lover. And, like, Bruce and Batman can both be, like, amazing with kids. There are so many times that prove this. This is, sorry, off topic. Naboo and his wife, by the way. Like, in the comics, in the TV shows, I'm not super familiar with the movies. I don't love the movies, and it doesn't really do a whole lot, like, he doesn't really interact a whole lot with kids in the games. But in the comics and the TV shows, he's actually shown numerous times to be quite good with kids. And, like, I'm of the firm belief that if he was to be with the right person, he would be an awesome dad. Like, not the greatest dad to his adopted children. I can recognize that. But, and don't even bring up Damian Wayne. I don't want to talk about it. Say his name in my comments, you're blocked. I'm not doing it. I can't stand Damian Wayne. I can't stand Al Ghul. Can't stand anything related to the Al Ghuls. Hate them with a passion. Anyways, I think, like, given the right circumstances, like, he would be an awesome dad. And you can't tell me otherwise. Anyways, as you can see here, Diana has just told him she's actually pregnant with their second child, their last child. I would have loved for Bruce to have a bigger family because it's what he wanted. Again, constantly getting the wish to have more kids. But because of the rules for the generation, he was only allowed to have 2 kids. Like, the rules said 2 kids. So, 2 kids we had. We did have 3 dogs. Are these pictures out of... I think these pictures are out of order. Oh, no, never mind. Apparently did I not take pictures of the birth? This is their second kid, because he has the birthmark under his eye. This is Richard, that I was talking about earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if the pictures got out of order. Again, like, my pictures kept, like, unrendering, and then would, like, get out of order, and then, like, a couple minutes later, it would, like, shuffle back into the, like, the right order, but, like, I would try to keep going, so, like, I want to be done with this, so I wouldn't be surprised if everything was out of order. But yeah, the little boy with the port wine stain beneath his eye, the younger one, the toddler, that is Richard. He's our heir. Yes, he's named after Richard Grayson. I also grew up watching Teen Titans, okay? Like, the original, not that Teen Titans Go garbage. That is so painful to watch. I don't know how anyone watches it. It is so bad. I'm talking about the good stuff, okay? Like, mid-2000s. Yeah, these are out of pictures, because now she's pregnant again. And now he's a top... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyways. That's our dog Ace behind him. Back to the gender reveal party. I keep getting off track and then distracted. We had 3 dogs, Amazon, Ace, and now we have a dog named Robin. And then there's that, okay? Ace, Amazon, both dead, both gone. Ace glitched. I never got his grave. I'm really sad because Ace was an awesome dog. Anyways, so Richard, yes, is named after Richard Grayson. Richard Grayson is my favorite of the Robins, is my favorite of the adopted sons, though Tim Drake is a close second. I do quite like Tim. I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Todd, but there's Jason Todd. But we named him Richard. Alfred and Richard. I'm like, these are such old man names. Here we go. She had a C-section for Richard. I feel so awkward that these are all out of order now. That is so irritating. Anyways, what else? I've still got like another 8 minutes. I honestly don't know. We will be switching back over to the... I love how he turns around and walks away. We will be switching back over to The Sims 3. We're going to be playing the Feig Challenge again. For every generation, there's a genre. And I find it really funny how much this challenge and Feig line up. Because I've had, let's see, when we had Rodney, which is Bruce's grandpa, or Richard's great-grandpa, Rodney had to be a single dad with 1 kid. And then, when we switched back to the Feig Challenge, I had Spencer, Reed, who had to be a single dad, and have 1 child. Now, this upcoming generation, we have Richard, and Richard is going to be kind of a player for a little while before finally settling down and having 2 kids, is what the rules want. But he's supposed to be all into music, and he'll be in the entertainment career, which, I am not a fan of the entertainer career. I think it's so boring. But he'll have to be in the entertainer career, the musician branch, and then I have this, and we're switching back to the Feig Challenge, and we have Eliza, who is going, she's all into music. I forget what her career has to be. I don't remember if she has to be in the music career or if it's a profession. I don't remember. But, there's just a lot of parallels between the generations I'm playing, and it always makes me laugh how similar they can be sometimes. I'm sorry, that was, right into the mic. That just totally crept up on me. I did kind of brush over it just a moment ago, but, Alfred was Alfred and his ex-boyfriend, Kellen. Kellen was one of his classmates, and was his high school first love kind of thing. We have more pictures of the 2 of them coming up, so you will see that. I don't remember what my backstory was for the 2 of them. I had some kind of backstory. I was for why they broke up, but now I can't remember what it was. This is us presenting our promposal sign, and Alfred is backwards, and Kellen's arms are... Look at this. Totally glitched out. They went to prom together, all cute. Richard's still a child at the moment. We played until Richard aged up into a young adult, and that's where we paused the challenge. So, he's aging up into a teen just now. Just fun. I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like that is really obvious. And then we have Bruce. I was so sad when he aged up into an elder. I played with Bruce through university. I actually mixed him in my Rainbow Generations air up. They were both going to university. Again, some parallels. And my sim from my Rainbow Legacy Challenge, Sunny, had to go to university and go into like communications because he was going to be a lawyer. And for whatever reason, I had in my head that Bruce also was supposed to go into university to go into communications. Even though I was like, he's supposed to be a programmer. Why am I going into communications? Well, I didn't think too hard about it because he got through like 2 semesters before I realized this was the wrong degree. I was kicking myself so hard. Anyways, this is Alfred and his husband, Wayne Pennyworth. Yes. Oh, dang it, they're out of order again, because here is Alfred breaking up with Kellen. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yes, Alfred married a rich older, like, towards the end of his young adulthood. An older man named Wayne Pennyworth, who's a doctor. And yeah, they have plenty of kids already. They have 4 kids as of the time the generation finishes. This is their firstborn. This is Thomas. Yes, for Thomas Wayne. And he is absolutely obsessed with Diana. Like, has like a special little sentiment about her. And then they have Martha. And then they ended up actually having twins who we ended up naming Cal and Clark. Yes, for Superman, which I'm not a Superman fan. He's too much of a Boy Scout. But I recognize that, you know, they're like the Holy Trinity or whatever. So, first burglary, but I'm coming up on the end, so I'm going to go ahead and stop now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Gaming channel, Twitter, linked in the description. Feel free to check those out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!